Speaking of, Pedro, because I wanted to bring this up on his post, because I think that falls in line, because it's funny how this lesson keeps getting retaught over and over again about how it really is the mind that holds people back. And, there was somebody who had commented on one of Pedro's posts about, him going for, Pedro had gone for a nice 5K, walk by himself, getting out there. He had a fantastic week in front of him, and there was somebody who had commented on his post, kind of congratulating him for what he does, saying if it was and they had said if it was me, I would die. The only walking I get is going to, is essentially walking around Walmart or doing chores around the house. And that right there is a mentality. Like I would die if I had to go do that. It's untrue, but it's just what people think from being out of practice for it for however long. And to think that you get enough movement in your chores, I mean, unless those chores are like strenuously hard
Unless it's your
labor.
full-time job and you're getting 25,000 steps a day doing it.
Yeah, then unfortunately it isn't enough. And I mean, and within the comment, they also had mentioned that they smoke cigarettes, use tobacco, and so like regularly. So again, and that's something, and that's all things I used to say. I mean, I smoked cigarettes for nearly 9 years, and the thought of running or doing X amount of distance, especially after getting on the Marines, was definitely out of reach. Like the ideas of any sort of endurance event, I thought was impossible. You were born, you were lucky with it. And again, those are all mindset things. Whatever we're telling ourselves when we look at events, whether it be Ironman or a marathon, if you're saying, "Oh, I could never do that," couldn't be less true.
I think